What's going on, Diggletdreams? Got Mathers here for the Delta Battle League Season 5 Draft Overview. It has been, we're like halfway through week 2 of the battles already, and there was preseason, so a little bit behind schedule in terms of putting these videos out there, but you know, better late than never, as they always say. Let's do it. My first pick was Tapu Koko. I decided to go with a nice, powerful pick for my turn one. For my first pick, Tapu Koko, all around great Pokemon. Electric Fairy, great to just get an electric type right off the bat. Get that Volt Switch, get it Electric Surge. I love this thing because it can do all kinds of different sets. It can run Choice Band, it can run Choice Specs, it can run Choice Scarf if I want to be crazy. You could really do it. It has a lot of different options. I could do Leftover Sub Calm Mind if I felt like I could. I could do Life Orb. I could do Rocky Helmet. I could do Rocky Helmet. It's fine. Wait, are gems available now? Hold up. Are gems available? Anyway, I also decided that this would be my Z Pokemon, my Z Captain, as I think it's called. So I'm allowed to use any type of Z Stone on this, and of course its very diverse move pool is very helpful for that. Gigavolt Havoc with Thunderbolt or Wild Charge. I can use. I could do Buggy MZ if I wanted to. I could do Fairy MZ, Twinkle Tackle. I could do Savage Spin Out. That's the bug one, and the other one, Supersonic Sky Strike, Great Bird. I could do that as well. Not to mention a bunch of random status moves that I could probably use it for as well. Like Taunt probably has some. I don't know. But Tapu Koko, all-around great pick, I think, for the first round. So I went with it. 130 speed, 115 attack, 95 special attack. Going to be a great offensive presence on my team. So the next thing I wanted was a nice electric resist, a nice ground type, a nice dark type. So I decided to go with Crocodile. I've always loved Crocodile as a Pokemon, and I wanted to get it. I don't think I've ever used it in a draft format, so I was excited to grab it, so I did. And it's a great Pokemon. 117 attack, 92 base speed. It's not slow. It's a really good Choice Scarfer. Choice Band is also really powerful. Hitting things with those knockoffs, Earthquakes, Pursuit, Trapper. Sorry if you can see this. But you may, I just realized that I'm going a little fast, and you may have also noticed that I'm going a little fast. It's because it's a little bit late, and I do have to work in the morning, so I'm just trying to get this done. This is one of the few times that I've found that I actually have some time to record, so I'm going to do it, I'm going to abuse it, I'm going to use it. And I did get some questioning looks when I picked Clawitzer for my third pick, but don't underestimate this thing, alright? 120 base special attack, that's not bad at all. And its other stats, while they're not great, they're also not terrible. Gets access to U-Turn, gets Mega Launcher, which boosts a lot of its cool moves. Got a lot of good coverage moves. It runs a mean Life Orb, runs a mean Choice Specs. Could even run a half-decent Choice Scarf. I'm very familiar with this thing from Oras RU, so gonna be doing my best to make a lot of use out of it. Also really wanted a nice water type, and I think Clawitzer is probably one of the better water types that I could get without spending a ton of points. Is this real? Is this really happening right now? Thank God. Alright. So my fourth pick, decided to go with Staraptor. Another cool Pokemon that I really just wanted to use. Really underrated, really good Pokemon that just doesn't quite have the stuff to make it an OU, but is still too strong for UU, so I think a lot of people can sleep on it sometimes. But it is really good. Intimidate, great ability to have, as well as Reckless. Probably will use Reckless a little bit more often, but I did toy around with physically defensive Intimidate at one point, so don't sweep it under the rug. Really good Band and Scarfer. Work up leftovers, I don't know. But it's gonna be fun. 120 base attack, 100 speed is really, really solid. Plus great coverage with Brave Bird, Return, or Frustration, and Close Combat. It's really tough to switch in on this thing if you don't know what move's going to go for. Not to mention U-Turn, as well as the potential for Defog and Roost, if I do want to use that as well. I think Substitute could actually be a really solid set for this. Anywho, my fifth pick, decided to go with a nice, powerful Mega Sceptile, a really strong Pokemon. It actually, because of the way the DBL Season 5 draft works, is that the megas are sorted into tiers. The top tier megas, you don't get any points back for drafting them, but for tier 2, I believe you get 40 points, which is what I did with Sceptile. And tier 3, you get like 60 or 80 as it goes further. I think there's only like 4 or 5. I think there's only 4 tiers of megas. So I actually, by drafting Mega Sceptile, I actually got 40 points into my pool. So I think it's a pretty good deal. I get a really strong mega as well as a little extra points to grab something else. So nice electric immunity, nice leaf storm, wall breaker. Not to mention base 145 speed, going to be outspeeding basically everything except for Mega Alakazam and Mega Aerodactyl and Mega Beedrill. It's going to speed tie with Mega Beedrill, so it's just a good fast Pokemon to have. Plus 145 base special attack, also really solid. All around great mega. Nice grass typing and dragon typing. Good to have a dragon. I didn't want, like, I don't know. I was gonna say I didn't want something blatantly dragon type, but this is pretty blatantly dragon type. It's not like there's a secret dragon out there. Okay. For my 6th pick, I went with Metagross. Really wanted to complete the Dragon Fairy Steel core with Tapu Koko, Sceptile, and Metagross, so I did it. Got Metagross, pretty powerful steel type if I do say so myself. I mean, just look at these stats. The worst one is 70 in speed, and that's not even really that bad considering its other stats, like 135 attack and 130 defense. Runs a good Assault Vest, Choice Band, honestly Choice Scarf, I don't know about Choice Scarf, but Focus Sash. I've actually been running Focus Sash, Explosion, Stealth Rock sets, so you never know. Maybe even the physically defensive Rocky Helmet set could come into play. But this thing can Pursuit Trap, it got Bullet Punch priority, Meteor Mash, and Zen Headbutt hits pretty hard. Clear Body, of course, you know, it's an item, it's an ability. Really strong stats. So I'm pretty happy with my first 6 picks. Let's look at the next 5. For my 7th pick, I went with Chandelure. This is something I've been toying around with a lot lately. It's something that's been a really powerful Pokemon ever since I started playing competitive, which was in Black and White. This thing was a premier Scarfer in UU at the time, and it has stayed in UU ever since. It's really compared to, like, back in the day, Black and White, it was Chandelure, Heracross, and Darmanitan. Those were the top 3 Pokemon in Black and White UU, at least that I remember. I could be talking out my ass. But Chandelure seems like it's the one of the 3 that has managed to stay as strong as it was at the time. Well, no, it's definitely not as good as it was back then, but I think Heracross already dropped, and Darmanitan I think dropped as well, so Chandelure's the only one that's stayed true to UU, even though Heracross and I'm pretty sure Darmanitan have both been banned from RU, but Chandelure's a good Pokemon, let's just leave it at that. Flash Fire is a really good ability to be able to be immune to fire types, get that boost as well. Flame Body is also not bad, and neither is Infiltrator. Choice Scarf, Choice Specs, even Calm Mind with leftovers, maybe even a Life Orb, I don't know. There's options. Yeah, there's options. Calm Mind, Fire Blast hits so hard. It gets Psychic coverage if I want that. Also Energy Ball, gets Taunt, Will-O-Wisp. All around great Pokemon to have, I think. Not to mention that base 145 special attack. That is the same as Mega Sceptile, but not a Mega, so really not that bad defenses. 60, 90, 90, that's pretty solid defenses. But what I was going to say is that Fire Ghost typing is really good. Ghost is Shadow Ball is really hard to switch into these days. Also Fire Blast is pretty hard to switch into. So I think this is going to be a really powerful Pokemon, if I can use it correctly. I think it's going to be a really good Pokemon on my team. For my 8th pick, I went with Lucario. I needed a nice fighting type, and I also wanted a nice physical setup sweeper because I think so far, yeah, I don't really have anything that sets up. I have a lot of Pokemon that are wall breakers, but nothing that really sets up. So I wanted something that could set up, and Lucario can actually do that on either side of the offensive spread. So I went with it. Justified, probably its only really good ability, unless I'm facing off like against a Lopunny or a Ambipom or something, I might run Inner Focus just to catch them off guard with that fighting type attack. Also runs a good Focus Sash, Swords Dance, or Nasty Plot, as I was going to get into that. It's a good physical and special setup sweeper because of its access to Swords Dance and Nasty Plot, as well as its decent offensive stats. But Focus Sash can help out with that a lot. The Life Orb also good in that situation. Could try a Choice Band or Choice Scarf set or Choice Specs. I don't know. They don't seem that good in theory, but they might work. If I only need like a few moves or something, I don't know. I'm gonna stop talking. Justified, probably its best ability. It also gets agility, so there's an option. But it gets priority, special, and physical moves, Bullet Punch and Aura Sphere, both stab as well. Close combat. I can run Iron Tail. It also gets extreme speed, so that's another big reason I wanted to draft this thing. Is it's more priority. I already have Metagross. Is that it for priority? Yeah, Metagross is priority, and so is Lucario with extreme speed, so I got that going for me. 115 special attack, 110 attack, really strong. 90 base speed, not bad at all. So it's gonna be good. Lucario is a good Pokemon. For my 9th pick, I went with Komala because I realized I didn't have any really decent hazard removal yet, and Komala is not a bad rapid spinner, so I went with it. Decent attack, not that great defenses. Has decent special defense actually, so it can run a bulky rapid spinning set. It could also run Choice Band rapid spin. It could run like sub Swords Dance, Sucker Punch. I don't know. There's lots of options. Leftovers is probably a pretty good thing to have on this. Comatose is a really cool ability. You can't get status at all. Easily rapid spin away any toxic spikes. Also can't switch into a Will-O-Wisp, switch into a Scald without the fear of getting burned. Gets Calm Mind. But I actually talked about this already. It gets Calm Mind, but the only good special moves it gets are Hidden Power, and then like Round, and like something else. Spit Up. Yeah, so Calm Mind is really only good for the special defense. But you know what? Maybe I'll just run Calm Mind regular Hidden Power. Just to see what happens. That's about all I got. Rapid Spin is the main reason I got this thing. Bulk Up, probably better than Calm Mind. Sucker Punch, U-Turn. I think this is a good Pokemon. Bulk Up, Wood Hammer, coming 2016. It does get Swords Dance. Swords Dance, Wood Hammer. Let's try it. And then another Pokemon that I drafted as my 10th pick. Just something that I've been messing around with in regular ladder play and felt like it would be really fun to draft, so I did, and it's Beware. Really cool ability with Fluffy. Klutz and Unnerve, very situational. I don't think it doesn't get like Switcheroo or anything, so like what's the point of Klutz? Unnerve can, I guess, be useful sometimes, but Fluffy's really the main ability here. It takes half damage from contact moves, but weak to fire type moves. So basically it's Fluffy. It could run probably not that great in Assault Vest, although it has really good HP, so maybe it wouldn't be that bad. But I think Premier sets, Choice Band, Leftovers, Bulk Up, or Leftovers Swords Dance, Sub Swords Dance. I think I just saw that on Joey's channel recently. Rocky Helmet could honestly pretty solid. Eviolite. But it gets Bulk Up, it gets Swords Dance, it gets Hammer Arm, which is probably its best stab fighting type move. Ice Punch, I guess it's Thunder Punch. Yeah, I can abuse that. Electric Terrain, it gets Taunt, Substitute, you know, the usual. Earthquake, Dragon Claw, if I feel like it. I think it could be a good setup sweeper if I play the game right. If I eliminate his Pokemon that are gonna threaten this thing on the special side or the non-contact side, then I think this could be a solid player. So in the right situation, I think it could work. 120 HP, 125 attack, already 80 base defense, so add to that what it becomes 120 defense versus contact moves, so really not bad. It's basically like a Rhydon or a Rhyperior. So pretty cool. I'm excited to use it. And for my last pick, I saved this all the way for the last, even though I was thinking about it from the beginning. Masquerain. I knew I wanted Sticky Web basically from the beginning because I feel like it's underrated, especially in league play. Well, actually, it's not underrated at all. It's definitely one of the top things right now. There's that team that's been running around OU for a while. But Sticky Web, I feel like it could be really powerful, especially if my opponent doesn't have any reliable hazard control. I think Sticky Web could be really good. Plus, I got a lot of good Pokemon that can take advantage of it, like Beware, Kamala, even Lucario. It does have base 90 speed, but just having that to worry about other Pokemon that are faster than 90 could be really, really good for it, as well as Chandelure being at 80 base speed, not the fastest, but also not the slowest, so with Sticky Web up, it could probably outspeed a lot of things, as well as like a Banded Crocodile could probably do really well under Sticky Web, as well as Clawitzer and Metagross, so I think it's going to be a good thing for the team. Not to mention that Masquerain also gets Intimidate, which is pretty solid. Gets a boost to its special attack this generation with 100, so that's not bad at all. Quiver Dance, it gets that. It gets Scald, it gets Hydro Pump, it gets Bug Buzz, Air Slash, Taunt. No, it doesn't. Don't quote me on that. It gets Tailwind, it gets U-Turn, it gets Stun Spore, Roost. So I think this thing is not too bad at all. So I'm interested to see what we can do with it. And for a last pick, my only tier 5 pick, I think it's not too bad. And I'm excited for what we can do this year with season 5. I'll have the preseason and week 1 matches up soon. I was unable to record them live, unfortunately, but I will do post commentary. So expect those within a few days, at least the preseason one within a few days, and then the week 1 a few after, and I'll probably be doing my week 2 battle sometime soon as well. So guys, thanks for watching, and let's go Weasels for season 5. Peace out, keep dreaming. Also shout out to Mew More for the music. It's always good. Always good. Alright, keep dreaming. Peace out.